Hello, guys. Welcome to our class on marketing. If you're joining us, just let us know where you're joining from. We're going to have a great time today. I'm very sure of that. All right, guys. Welcome. If you're watching, just let us know where you're watching from. All right. All right, guys. Welcome to today's class. My name is Manasseh Mshelia. I'm excited about what I'll be teaching you today. Um, I'll be talking to you about marketing and marketing. All right, David, welcome. Thank you for joining us. All right, guys. So back to our class. I'm excited to share to you some ideas about marketing. One of the few things that can impact the business directly, financially, is the understanding of marketing. And for those of you that are joining us, I want you to know that this is Manax Institute of Finance and Capital. It's a business school, and we are very generous to share at least one of our classes a week so that people can learn. And we always start with the introductory session. So while we'll dive in deep this week, we we just want to do an introduction of what marketing is. But I do believe that we get enough value that can really transform your business. For our business school members, I'm excited to tell you that we're going to be having a guest to teach us on sales and marketing. This week is our week on business 102, which involves marketing, sales, and business growth. And we're having Otache, who is sales guru, who teach us about sales, who teach us about prospecting, which is an important part of building a business. If we learn how to sell, learn how to market ourselves, whether it's we want to sell our product or look for partners or investors, it becomes easier. But most of the times, the failure of your failure in raising investment mostly comes from um, poor marketing of yourself. So when we are going to talk about marketing, not think about it from the perspective that marketing is just a promotion of your business. It's also a promotion of yourself. So marketing is everything you do to promote what you want to sell. Sometimes you want to sell yourself to your team, you want to sell yourself to future partners. I want you to think in that sense, especially if you're a founder. You keep selling yourself, but the selling becomes easier when you do your marketing right. So we're going to talk about marketing, and what I want to do today for you is I want to convince you to take marketing very seriously. I make a lot of emphasis on marketing online because of the age we're in. But there are different ways of marketing. In fact, marketing is very broad. I will teach you why marketing is important because a lot of people, it's not that they don't know that it's important, but they're not really persuaded that it's worth the effort and their resources. And hopefully, that's what I want to sell to you. That marketing is deserving of your utmost attention and it is deserving of your commitment. You know, I know that in business, we're always focusing on other things, but very few things can affect your bottom line like marketing will. If you don't do marketing well, you're going to struggle in closing um, customers. So there are different types of marketing. I'll talk about marketing in general. But first of all, let me just give you. I've read different books on marketing, and there's a general marketing that involves traditional marketing, which involves most of the advertisement, medias like news channels. These are all complicated forms of marketing. I want to talk about marketing that is accessible to even the average person. That's what we'll be talking about. And I think among the books I've read, there are two ideas that stand out. Apart from the general marketing idea, I read a book called Guerrilla Marketing, and it was a very interesting book. And in guerrilla marketing, the idea behind the book is that small businesses have advantage over big businesses when it comes to marketing, because big businesses have to depend solely on their resources. They might have the advantage of money, but guerrilla marketing is using strategy to outcompete or to compete in a marketplace where your resources is low. If you are starting your business, chances are you don't have all the resources to go head on head with bigger companies, but you do have the resources to compete in the guerrilla style. The idea of a guerrilla warfare, which is a broad term to guerrilla marketing, is where they are rebels and they're trying to fight their government. They might not have the resources the government have or even the numbers. But what they do is that they devise strategy that sabotage the bigger plan of the government. Guerrilla, most of the bandits we have in Nigeria, most of them are in quote kind of guerrilla fighters. They don't go head on with the government, but they are causing a lot of damages. I know a lot of things have quite them. But that's the idea of um, guerrilla marketing. That even as a small business, today I went for an event and my channel is still small, but I did a flyer. This is it, and I was able to share it to around um, 20, 30 people. I just meet them individually. Big companies, this is going to be very expensive to do something like this, but something that I was able to do, and I was, oh, this is exciting. So, guerrilla marketing is the strategy for small businesses to outcompete big businesses. But that's not the focus. I'm just telling you that there are different types of marketing. Another form of marketing that is important, a book I read is spiritual marketing. And the idea of spiritual marketing, is not necessarily that you can market yourself spiritually in quotes, but it is how, when you have clarity of purpose, clarity of what you want, that people can feel that energy. Most of the times, um, people don't buy what we have because we are not persuaded about the importance of our product. I have a video in this channel that talked about internalizing your dream. If you've not internalized your dream or the value you have to provide, either as a person or for a business, your persuasion will be very weak. But once you've internalized your idea, your vision, your dream, and the importance of your product, it is very easy to attract people. And that's the entire idea of spiritual marketing. So internalize your dream, internalize your vision. It's going to be easy to sell it. In fact, you attract people. So I'm telling you that marketing, that's the mental part. It has the how do you call it? Um, they are based on your size, and then there's a general principle of marketing. But there's something that connects all of it, and this is what we'll be discussing today. Like I said, this is the introductory session. Next week, Tuesday and Thursday, we're having Otache, who's going to talk to us about sales and marketing. And I'm very excited about it. So there are three core principles that guide marketing that you need to understand. Like I said today, I want to persuade you to take marketing seriously. Most people see marketing as a cost, but it is not a cost. I gave this example in our last class that if you are offered 1 million naira and the cost of that 1 million is 100,000, will you accept it? If I'm offering you a million and say you can buy this bag of 1 million for 100,000, will you pay? Most people will say yes. Will you pay this 1 million naira? What if I raise the money to 200,000? Most people will pay. What if I raise the money to 300,000? Most people will pay that 1,000. But what if I raise that money to 500,000? Are you going to accept the 1 million bag of cash? Or what if I say for this 1 million naira bag of cash, you need to pay 700,000? Most people will take it. Now, this is the concept behind marketing. That when you have, there's a cost to every sale or customer acquisition, especially if you have a high value product. If you have a car that you want to sell, let's say your margin, you want to sell for 10 million, and your margin of profit for that 1 million is, let's say, 2 million. For most people, they will wait until a customer come. I don't know that you get what I'm saying. If you want to sell a car of 10 million and your profit from this 10 million is 2 million, the average person will wait until a buyer come. But someone that understand marketing, this is how they will handle the same situation. They will say, if my profit is 200 million, if I put 200,000 into marketing, will I sell my car faster? Chances are yes. In fact, you might only need to spend 30,000 to be able to sell that 10 million car. It might be worth it. Let's assume you do an advertisement, maybe a Facebook ad or an Instagram ad for your 10 million car, and you just spend 30,000. What marketing does is that it makes you sell faster. Now, the average person will say, why would I spend 10,000 to sell a car? But a person that understands marketing will say, if it will cost me 30,000 to sell this car faster, if I'm putting 30,000 budget for every car, in fact, it can be even 50,000 or 100,000, the the profit I will get by selling cars faster, it is worth the return so many times over. Guys, give me a moment. Give me a moment. Sorry. David. Okay, sorry guys. I have we have a light. Guys, give me a moment. NEPA took light and I'm trying to fix my light. I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm very sorry. I'm back. I was trying to put the light on. We're in Nigeria. All right. So what I was saying is, if you have a car that costs you, that the price is 10 million, and your profit on the 10 million is 2 million, The average person might be willing to take a month or two to sell that 10 million car. But someone that is wise and smart will say, what will it cost me to sell this car in a week? It might simply be putting some money to into marketing. Marketing can simply be you do a video and you market it. Chances are you find a buyer earlier. Now, most people will see that 30,000 investment as a cost, but other people will say that it is the price of selling it faster. I don't know like what the idea of marketing is. That marketing is the cost of getting business, is the cost of selling your product faster than it will naturally take. It is the cost of making your product visible where in situations that it is not visibility is not easy or to take longer. So someone can put so now back to our question. You see, while most people will readily accept exchange of 2 million cash for 1.5 million, not many people are willing to put 1.5 million in marketing to get that 2 million profit. It is all a mind reorientation that can truly help you. Marketing is not a cost. Marketing is an investment. It is an investment to get a bigger sum eventually. Now, there are three core principles that guide marketing, and the first is commitment. Now, we're talking about, I've not even gotten to why marketing is important in and of itself, but there are three reasons why marketing is important and what principles that guides marketing. The first is commitment. You must commit to marketing as a natural part of business, natural cost of business, even for yourself. Now, there are general forms of marketing that will not require money. For instance, how you dress is marketing yourself. Consistently speaking about your brand is marketing yourself. Even though a lot of what we're talking about is the marketing that requires money. Sometimes what you need is the energy to keep emphasizing what you want. But I want to talk about the general principle. But we are touching that if you are going to do business seriously, you must consider marketing cost as part of running your business. Remember, don't run away from marketing. Marketing makes you is exchange of smaller money for a bigger amount of money, faster than you would have gotten it if that cost is not there. Most people will not do any marketing and their car can stay for 6 months. But a wise person can just put a fraction of what they stand to get and they can sell it within 2 weeks. Because what the marketing is promoting what you're selling and making it visible enough for a buyer to see it. So this is what marketing is. And there are three principles. First of all, you must be committed to a marketing program. Most of the times, even when people start engaging in marketing, it's something that they do on and off. They don't consistently follow a marketing program. They only follow a marketing program when it's consistent. But if you want marketing to work for you, you must understand the role it plays in your business. That it is not a useless expense. You must commit to it. And by committing to it, it's not even the idea of putting money into marketing. It is the idea that you commit to promoting your business. One of the reasons why people with talent, especially in this age, a lot of them fail is because they're not committed to promoting themselves. They have the value, they have the talent, they have the service they want to offer. But because they are not committed to promoting themselves, their business will fail eventually. Their dreams will fail. See marketing as I will be committed to promoting myself. If I have the product, people must know about it. It is your commitment to visibility. It is your commitment to talking to people and letting people know that you exist. Do you know what if I'm going to ask you, how much are you willing to pay to inform 1,000 more people about your product? If you are going to do it organically, now I want to distinguish between organic growth and marketing growth. If you are going to grow organically, how long do you think it will take you to let people, 1,000 people, know that you have a product that you are selling? 1,000 people might take you a month, 2 months, 3 months. But do you know that you can reach 1,000 people with 1,000 naira on marketing budget? Most of you're not calculating the cost of not marketing. The cost of not marketing is that you spend more energy, and it takes more time for you to grow. But someone that is wise who understands that with a little, especially with our technological age, with 1,000 naira, with 2,000 naira, you can reach 1,000 people in 2 days or 3 days. In fact, you can even reach with a 2,000 naira budget, you can reach 1,000 people in one day. So imagine someone that is investing the 1K, 2K that they can use for data, they're investing it in marketing. So every day they're reaching 1,000 people. But the average person is waiting for chance and is waiting to reach 1,000 people organically. They can't have the same result. There's something I observed last year, and every preacher now, this is a business school, but you can see that people are growing even on marketing principles. Every preacher that usually trends, there's something I noticed about them. When Femi Lazarus especially those early days when people started to know him nationally, and then when Pastor Dolapo started trending, people will see them becoming popular at a particular time, and they will assume that it is chance, but it was not chance. These people invested a lot of money on social media ads. I've seen, in fact, I think the first 3 to 5 posts of Pastor Dolapo that I've seen had sponsors ad on it. I did not notice him, but eventually I'm like, okay, this person is coming up. And because my mind is trained to always notice marketing, I always see that this is a sponsored ad. Now, this is someone that right now almost every Nigerian knows him. But it was not chance that brought him to the limelight. It was someone that it was very intentional about marketing himself. So I saw that in Femi Lazarus too, Pastor Femi Lazarus. And then I was listening to Pastor Dolapo one time, and he's saying that he was advising people that want to go into ministry what they need to do. So he started with maybe they need to pray, they need to learn Bible study. It's okay, so those that want to disciple people. Then he said the third thing that you need after prayer and Bible study is that you need a very good camera. So I was like, yes, this is it. Now, is it that camera is more important than other things? You could have said, I know you need to build quality relationships. But understand that reach is important in this age. You understand that you can have the message, you can have the quality, you can have all the good things you have. But if people do not know that you have it, you're always going to remain small. So don't just look at the price of marketing. Look at the price of not being intentional about marketing. Remember, if you're not intentional about marketing, your growth will be slow. You will waste energy trying to do something that a little amount can easily do for you. Because if I tell you go out there and just talk to 500 people, chances are it will take you a full day. But how much would you pay someone to do that work for you? So I can pay someone 20,000 if he can talk to 500 people on my behalf. But do you know that with marketing, especially on social media, you can reach that 500 people for less than 1,000 naira? I want to reprime your mind that marketing is an important part of business, it's an important part of career. If you have a vision, invest. Now I'm making a commitment that sometimes after I post, if I see the post that is working, I'll promote it. So commitment to marketing. This is important that if you are starting your journey, say I'll promote myself intentionally every opportunity I get. And then secondly, you must see investment. You must see your marketing program as an investment. Now, remember I said first of all, you must be committed to it. We must see it as an investment. If you don't see it as an investment might not always yield result immediately. Sometimes an investment will take time, but it is a time that is worth it. So see that if I'm putting 5,000 naira, my target is that I'm going to repay 50,000, 100,000 in a short time. If you don't see it that way, first of all, you will not start. You'll not be willing to lose money. You're not be willing to put money to market your product because you think, oh, it is possible that if I put my money, I'm not going to get anything substantial back. Or the alternative is You can, if you don't see it as an investment, you can start your with putting money and then eventually you give up and see that you've wasted previous marketing investment. Because by the time I start talking about principles of marketing and how you should market, because that's what we're not going to talk about the principles, but I'm going to talk about principles that guide marketing. You understand why I'm saying this? So you must see it as an investment, and then thirdly, your program must be consistent. Most of the times, the problem is not that once in a while we don't promote ourselves or we're not very vocal about our product. The problem is where we start, we usually stop before it is completed. We are not so consistent. We do it once in a while. And the idea of marketing is that you want your brand to be in the minds of people. Do you know the saying that says out of sight is out of mind? You must see this also in the context of marketing. That if people are not seeing you, you'll be out of their mind when they want to make buying decisions, when they want to make decisions, even if you've done it before. Because they are bombarded by 1,000 marketing. Immediately you slack by not being consistent. When they are making their buying decisions, you don't come to their mind because you're out of their sight. But the idea of uh, uh, being in marketing is that you always want to be in their side. There's a reason why Coca-Cola spends a lot on marketing. Is it because objectively you can say they're the best soda company or they have the best quality? But why do they market? Is Why is it that them being the best is not enough? Because they know that them being enough does not translate to mean that people will always buy Coca-Cola. But they are marketing because they want Coke to always be in your mind so that anytime you think about buying a soft drink, the options that come to your mind immediately, because most of us we don't even think deeply about what we want to take. We just know that we want to take soda. And the one that has marketed itself consistently is always the one that will come up to your mind when you're making the buying decision. That's why Coca-Cola, most of the leading brands, you know, can always market, even though they're the leading brands. If you there's a lot you can learn if you study life and you study people's experience. You just study what is happening. There was a time that how we in Nigeria we call all toothpaste close up. So I want to buy close up or McLean. Now, these were brands that were dominating. It started with McLean. You call all toothpaste McLean. Why? Because they were dominating brand. But even if you're dominating, if you're not consistent with your marketing, the next person that comes and start becoming consistent will replace you. So all of a sudden, McLean became outdated and was close up. Now, Orabi sells more than close up. But there was a time that you could not think about it. Why? Because Orabi upgraded their marketing. So you, even the biggest companies, they can be the biggest, they can be the best, but they keep marketing not because uh, they want to convince you that they're the best, but they want to be in your mind. So you must see your business in the same way that I want to. The idea of marketing is not only when people are buying. Don't give up. Be consistent in it. That eventually, people that sell real estate, if you are doing it once in a while, you will not sell property. But if you start being consistent in marketing, immediately someone wants to buy, you're the first person that comes to their mind. Because the idea of marketing is marketing creates familiarity, and familiarity breeds confidence. If they are familiar with your brand, they'll have confidence in what you're offering. And confidence is what leads to sales. The reason why people do not buy directly from you, maybe is because they don't have confidence in what you're offering. But how do you build that confidence? Confidence is not built by proof. It is built by familiarity. If they are always seeing you as the person that is selling property, you're the first person that their confidence will be given when they are making a buying decision or when you want to make a sale. So see marketing as being in the mind of people. In fact, just see it as mind hacking. That when they want to make a decision, there are a few options that come up to their mind. If you are the person that comes up in their minds because you've done proper marketing, your quality is not what sells you. It's your marketing that sells you the most. Of course, marketing matters. but it can't beat market. If marketing do not matter, Coca-Cola will stop marketing their product. All the Rolex will not stop marketing their product. So remember, there are three core principles like in marketing. First of all, is your commitment to it, and then second, you must see it as an investment, and then it's something that you must do consistently. Even if you are committed to it, but you are on or off, you will lose your market shares. So marketing, how I said there are different types of marketing. One thing that will distinguish you is learning to position yourself. Positioning comes from understanding, first of all, who are your customers, your ideal customers, where they are, and how you can reach them. Now, I'm beginning to really think about it, that depending on what you sell, it will determine your medium of advertisement. Rolex people, people that what's it called? High luxury items now. They understand that their positioning is not the public. You will not see their ad on YouTube, even though it will have given them advantage. You will see their ad in table tennis competitions or F1 competitions, because you know that that is where their people are, and we've learned to position. So they carried their focus on marketing in that place. It's possible that they can say they will do that place and do other places, but they understand that the majority of the return will come, or maybe through brands sponsorship of people high net worth or high big influencers. Why? Because they understand where to position themselves. So part of growing your business, before you jump into marketing, ask yourself, where do I need to position myself? If all your phone numbers, you don't have someone that has 50,000, what do you have? Marketing to them, your product, your land, you will not find results. It doesn't matter how hard you work. But sometimes marketing is important because someone knows another person. Someone can easily hear, oh, I want to buy a house. So the people you are marketing to, they might not have the money, but immediately they know about your product, they can easily give recommendations. So learn to position yourself, not just geographically, but position yourself in people's mind. I've always spoken about positioning. In fact, sometimes the first time people see you, they already position you in a particular place. So your appearance and how you look sometimes, it is the quality of your marketing, because we're not just talking about positioning. I want to talk about the quality of your marketing. Just because your marketing doesn't mean that it's quality marketing. Quality marketing is putting in the effort to make sure that your marketing delivers the message you intend. And the base message is come and buy from me. So remember I said marketing is about, first of all, creating familiarity. Familiarity will build confidence. Confidence will bring sale. Let the confidence they have in you be high quality. Sometimes even if they are familiar and the confidence is very low, you know, you can't be selling land and be appearing tattered. Someone will say, this cannot, you're just a scam. When you're growing, you learn a lot of things from people's rejection. There was a time that I was inside, I was still young. The man came, he's now a colonel. By that time he was a major. And I spent money, my time, and I showed him all the places. He said, no problem, he will go and come back. I tried to reach out to him to do follow up. That was like 2020. He was not responding to my message. I even forgot about him. Now, about 5 years later or so, I discovered that he's a very close friend of someone above me. And I discovered that he bought the land that I was following up him up to follow. But the simple reason why he didn't buy it from me is not because he did not think that the land is legit, but he did not feel like the transaction through me has so much confidence. So you are selling yourself, you're selling. So the quality of your marketing also matters. How you look, how you appear is also it adds up to the quality of your marketing. So um, position yourself wisely and then make sure that your marketing is qualitative. So we still have time. I will tell you, I want to discuss 10. Give me a moment. 10 reasons why you should market. Remember, I said today is not about principles of marketing, but I want to convince you that when you are living here, that marketing will be a huge priority for you. So longer something that you do after you think of everything else. Because tell you the truth, if your problems is sale, if your problems is profit, the most important thing you can use your last money to do is to market yourself. Marketing will deliver the sales. It's just someone told me that if you have a millionaire and salaries cost 1 million, and no, let's say salary costs 600 million, and then other expenses of running the office cost 300 million. What should be your priority if you know that you just have 1 month for a business to fail? The answer is go all out on marketing. Because the idea of marketing is that marketing brings more money in. But immediately marketing does not exist. You've closed the funnel. But once there is marketing, there is always hope. So if you are building your business, sorry, I'm going through my notes. I have 10 principles of marketing I wanted to go through. So if um, you want your business to grow, commit to marketing. So I'll tell you 10 things you must remember that encourages you to take marketing seriously. Number one, the market is always changing. Don't say because people already know me, if I stop, that's the end. People are coming and moving. You can be in an area just because your market is moving doesn't mean that you should not keep telling people about what you do because there are new people coming in, there are new people leaving. For instance, now I give the example of McLean, Close Up, and Orabi. How it was McLean that was dominating, it was Close Up, then and now it's Orabi that is dominating. People will say, "How did that happen?" Because at a point you can say there is no way that another brand can come and outcompete this person. But because you stop marketing, there are new generations that are growing up. The old generation that was using McLean, you are dying out. There was a new generation. So people that stop marketing, it is possible that your current clients can move on. They can be out of the picture, and the people that are making the buying decisions are new people. So markets are constantly changing. People come, people go. You must be intentional about doing it constantly. New families, new prospects, you must find new people. Number two, people forget very fast. I'm giving you reasons to remember that marketing must be done regularly. People forget very fast. So because people forget, you must keep reminding them. That is why marketing must be something you commit to and you do it consistently. Just remember, out of sight is out of mind. So people forget completely. Number three, your competition is not quitting. Just because you stop marketing doesn't mean your competition will stop. What I'm telling you is that make marketing an entire part of your life, because the days that you slack, you are sacrificing your clients to your competitors. Look at Coca-Cola. This is the mindset of dominating. In the subtitle, I said grow, profit, and dominate. That's what the subtitle of this video. That's what marketing does for you. It helps you keep growing, it helps you make profit, and also helps you dominate. And companies with the mindset of domination, if their clients want to rest, they will keep moving, they will steal your customers. So your competition is not quitting, therefore you should not quit. Then number four, marketing strengthens your identity. The more you keep marketing, the more confidence people will have in you. Someone that has been selling properties and someone knows him to be selling their properties for 3, 5 years will have more credibility than someone that is just that started marketing in the last few months. So don't say, oh, because I'm not getting results now. The longer you engage in marketing, the more you strengthen your identity and the confidence people have in you. So if you want to start selling property, even if you're not finding success, keep doing it for the next 6 months, for the next 2 years. It's something that will accumulate that eventually you will profit from it. Because people say, I know this person, he has been doing this for this long. That means this person must be good at his work and someone that you can rely on. But if it's something that I just started, oh, you reach out to someone, oh, I sell land now. The person asks, when did this one start? Oh, that's good. But if you want to buy their decision, they will not come to you that you're just starting. They will go to someone that they know that he has been doing it for a longer time. Because say this person can give more reliable information. See, those people have strengthened their identity. So right now, especially if you have a business or an idea, even before you start materializing it, start talking about it. By the time you eventually find a product, people can associate your longevity and to give you more credibility. You don't even have to start a business to start marketing yourself. If you have a dream, start talking about it. Before I started collecting investment from people, if you go and check my Facebook, 10 years for the last 10 years, you see, at least I think 10, maybe at least 10, eight, at least eight. But I think 8 to 10 years ago, if you go on my Facebook, you still see me talking about investment, about money, about business. If someone is doing his due diligence, it gives me more confidence that this person has been at it for long. This person is a businessman. There's someone that, if you go on their social media, 2 years ago, they are only posting jokes. Then maybe it was early this year that they started posting about business. Oh, I'm a businessman, I'm selling this. Chances are I have a stronger identity in business than that person does. And that means I'll have more confidence on people in the buying decision. And don't tell yourself just because you've not started, you are at disadvantage. But tell yourself that it is a reminder for me to start early, especially if you are clear about the vision that you want to pursue. Market yourself even when things are not working. You are building confidence, you are building a very strong identity in that field. So, marketing strengthens your identity. Number five, marketing is essential for growth and survival. Don't just take, you say, there's a business magazine that says if you're not growing, you're dying. If you're not growing, you are dying. So the only thing that will constantly make sure that you are growing and not you're not stagnant, it is your consistent marketing. If you drop marketing, chances are you start declining because, like I said, your competitors will start taking your business. That means they will start getting more of the market share. See business, see life as a forward momentum. Immediately you stop making that momentum, you start losing grounds. I know that you're not in competition with people, but in business, it's competition. If you stop marketing yourself, if you stop showing up, another person that is constantly showing up will start taking away from your stake. So, lack of marketing ensures that you're always growing and that you survive in the business world. Immediately you stop, you won't survive in the long run and you'll be declining. Look at the practical example I gave about McLean, Close Up, Orabi. Each one had its own time, its own time. McLean is barely surviving because at the point they stop growing, they stop marketing. Because the same time you open NTA, you see McLean advertisement. You see, there's a direct correlation between market leadership and consistency in marketing. The more consistent you are in marketing, chances are the more you be identified as the brand leader, as the market leader. So don't take marketing as something passive. Your survival depends on you consistently marketing yourself. So build systems that even when you're not available, marketing keeps happening. Take every opportunity to market yourself. I love Pops. His name is the guy that has Love Pops brand, Peter Precious. I've shared a lot of stage with him talking about business. You can be asking him personal question. You always connect it to his product. So even if you don't have a product now, learn to just promote yourself consistently. Make posts, talk about your successes. I'm reading a book on trust, the speed of trust, and it highlighted four qualities that builds trust because it's saying that trust, people that are around my community, I talk about philosophy of money, that sometimes intangible qualities has financial value. And he said trust has four units. If you want to build people's trust, and trust is money. If people trust you, they'll pay more. If people trust you, business will be faster for you. He said first there is character, there's the nature of behavior, there is intent, and then there is competence and results. Character, intent, competence, and result. That is what builds trust in the market. Remember, I said marketing is about building confidence. Another word for confidence is trust. Now, even if you don't have a product or you do have a product, channel your marketing to communicating these four things. Communicate that you are trustworthy, that you have character. That's why you see some brands will say, always there for you, or we put our customers first. What are they trying to do? They're trying to communicate that they have character. Listen, marketing does not always communicate truth. Truth becomes what is regularly marketed. If you look at Nazi Germany, if you look at propagandas, what becomes truth and what people believe it's what is regularly communicated. Before I jump back, I'm not someone that likes to be political, but why is the LGBT agenda popular everywhere right now? If you think about it, you think as if they're dominating, but they are a very small minority that has been loud about their values and about their ideology. I'm not here to make a comment about what the ideology is, but even a minority number of people will always dominate a majority number of people if they've learned to market in quote or communicate what they desire or their ideas or their products. Guys, I get what I'm saying. So um, market your product, market your services consistently. So the way to market yourself or your product is communicate your character or communicate your intent. Don't assume that people will know. So anytime you have an opportunity, tell people that, that you are someone that wants to do good for them. And then communicate your competence. Don't say people will know I'm the best. No, you must say it. If you say it, people will believe it. If you don't say it, nobody will know and nobody will believe you. And then if you have results in the past, part of your marketing is talking about the result you've achieved. Don't leave it to chance. Don't leave it for people to figure out that you have these things. For those of you that are joining us or you've missed what I've said, I'm talking about four qualities that builds trust or qualities. And marketing is about communicating these core things. Communicate to people that you have character, communicate to people that you have good intentions, communicate to people that you have competence, and communicate to people that you have results. This is what have a product or character or intent to your market being built. This is so much quality. I'm being warned about my network. I don't know that you guys can hear me, but it looks as if it's lagging. Okay, I think we're back. So, um, marketing helps you survive. Then number six, marketing enables you to hold on to old customers. Marketing helps you to hold on to old customers. And most of the times you say we only market to new people so that we can you get new clients. Sometimes you need marketing to keep and maintain even old ones. Even old customers, if they feel like you are slagging or you're no longer the market leader, they can easily switch. So there's a reason why most sales teams they get information of their clients that even on special celebration days, on special event, they send them celebratory message. This is all part of the marketing process because marketing is everything you do to protect, to promote your business or your ideas. So if I'm sending you a um, happy new year or happy birthday, I'm trying to promote and remind you that I exist. So even old customers need marketing if you want to hold on to them. And then marketing maintains morale, especially if you have a team. Do you know what every time they see their product out there, especially if you're spending money to market, there it adds to their morale that their company is popular, the name has identity, and something that they are proud to associate with. So imagine two real estate companies. Both of you are selling land, but one is always putting their billboards everywhere. If someone wants to sell, an agent comes, he will clearly say, "This is my company. I work for this company. You must have seen our name." It adds to the morale of working. So um, marketing maintains morale. All right. And number eight, marketing gives you advantage over your competitors who have stopped marketing. Many people will say, "Oh, why should I market?" Tell yourself that because a lot of people are not marketing, marketing is my way of increasing my market share. And then marketing, number nine, allows you to continue operating. Remember, I said marketing uh, is about survival. And when you market consistently, you allow your business to continue operating. Because if sales are not coming, what is happening in your business? But with marketing, customers will always come in. You employ a secretary, you employ sales, your team and everything. But what do they have to do if clients are not coming? But the way that you can always ensure that uh, your business is still operating is continue marketing. Marketing will bring consistent customers. And then lastly, just an emphasis of what we spoke about. You must see marketing as an investment. And I've put in money, and if I stop marketing, I'm losing on an investment, on a long-term investment. Guys, change. I see a lot of people right now, especially in this, let me just close with this. If you have 1 million and you have a business, what is the best investment of that 1 million? Do you know that because social media is a marketing channel, let me even change numbers. Let's assume you have 100 million, and the options for the use of the 100 million is, should we buy a church, especially in church organization? Should we raise a building, or should we invest in marketing? As a qualified consultant, what I will tell you is build your technical infrastructure with that money. If you put, you see that 100 million that you have, even if you put half of it in building a social media, an active social media age, you have more reach than a physical building can give you. There are people that are richer, they have more impact because they build the right system. So if you have money now, build your social media, spend money on it. It's all part of your marketing campaign. Build technical infrastructure, and your technical infrastructure in this age is more important than any physical infrastructure, is building your social media, because your social media is your marketing channel. There is a reason why brands pay influencers millions to just keep talking about their brand, because they understand that the return is always more. Do you know that it's a poor man mentality that they don't want to spend to make more? But one of the ways that you can spend to make more is through marketing. I'm hoping that this conversation has convinced you beyond reasonable doubt that marketing is an advantage. Back to the question I asked when I was opening this session. If I gave you 1 million naira and it will cost you 100,000 to get 1 million naira, will you spend it? Most people will say yes. Even if I'm offering 1 million for 500,000, people will offer it. But see marketing as that way. Sometimes it is the cost of acquiring clients. So if you want to make 1 million, if you target 200,000, you can take a client for dinner, you can market your product on social media. Most of these are not wasted expenses. It will get you the result you want faster. My last advice for you is don't grow organically. Use marketing. in this age, in this time. Remember the example I gave when we were opening. If I said, how much will you pay, or how long will it take you to reach 500 or 1,000 people? If I say, carry, tell 1,000 people about your business, most people, it will take them nothing less than 2 months. Imagine the time and the energy they will spend talking to people about their business. It will take them almost 2 months to talk to 1,000 people. But what I'm saying is that with a 1,000 naira or 2,000 naira on TikTok and Facebook, you can reach 5,000 people within a day or two. Now, that 5,000 naira that you spend to reach 1,000 people, imagine you want to do it organically. It will take you far longer. It might even be more expensive. The money you spend in transporting yourself to talk to that 1,000 people, that 5,000 naira. So you have to reframe your mind and think smart. The 5,000 naira that you put on Facebook or on TikTok, by the way, I don't do ads for people. I might guide you to marketing. So I'm not trying to sell myself. That 5,000 naira that you use to promote your product on social media, if you are going to, that 5,000 naira can get you 5,000 views, 10,000 views. And even if a small fraction of people patronize, you'll have covered your cost. But the unwise person that is not aware of what marketing mm, does for a business, they will spend more energy, more time, even more money doing business the traditional way. So, guys, this is my charge to you. Don't grow organically. Be intentional about marketing. Commit to it, see it as an investment, and stay consistent. If you can stay consistent to marketing in the next 6 months, and it's not that expensive. So, this is it for you. I really hope that whatever you're doing, you're going to be more intentional about marketing. On Tuesday, for this week, even though the public lectures we have are only on Saturdays, because I'm inviting my friend Otache, we'll be making the Tuesday class and the Saturday class open. For our students, we'll still have the Thursday class exclusive, where you can ask questions and talk to him. So on Tuesday, we'll give the public lecture on YouTube here. Otache is a very smart guy. We give the class on Tuesday on YouTube. Then the class on Thursday will be a private class for our students so that they can ask questions. And then on Saturday, I'll take the session and close our series on our course on sales and marketing. Now, remember, I said this is introduction. Hopefully, the subsequent class is going to be more detailed with slides. We'll tell you how to do marketing. I've not discussed how to do marketing. I've just spoken about the importance of marketing, why you should incorporate it. We'll talk about the how eventually. If you'd like to join our business school, reach out to me. Send a message. Just write, comment in the comment section, and I'll respond. And we can give you a subsidized price for just this week's class. But our full tuition and our videos are available in case you'd like to join. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us in this class. Please drop your comments. Let me know what you've picked, what you've learned, and for those of you that are joining us after this video, thank you for watching it later on. Do well to subscribe and like our content. Thank you and have a good night rest. It's an exciting week. You will learn marketing and sales. Make sure you go and execute. Thank you. Take care. Thank you. Have a good night rest.